What's going on? Anybody there? Hello. Long time no see. I know it's been a minute from we were the girls. It's been a minute. A lot has changed. This picture right here should confuse the hell out of a bunch of people. This is, in fact, my garage. So, the fact is a Yodi. It has been a while. I ain't had a lot to record, and it's hard for me to record when there's not a whole bunch going on. I mean, we've done work to this car, but it's just been hit or miss. And honestly, no, this car is not going to do very well. Yeah, Hippie Miller. That's what I said. I said that's why I haven't been on here very long because this is not what I'm known for. So if you know me personally, this is not a shock to anybody. But most people only know me online, and it's going to kind of throw you for a loop. Let's see here. Where did we leave off? Oh, well, we had the race truck. Remember the race truck? Everybody, who remembers the race truck? Yeah, I remember the race truck. Well, got tired of it. It caught on fire at one point. I don't know if y'all know that or not. It caught on fire. Uh, Wound up putting about $3,500 to get it back together, running and driving. And that was kind of a big disappointment. Here, I'll turn around so you can see me. Like I said, that was a big disappointment. $3,500 in that truck, and I couldn't really. I mean, I could drive it, but it had no heat, no air in it. No air. Nobody cares about that, but no heat. All the electronics on the dash were gutted. It was a pure. The front was cut off. It was tube nosed. It was everything. It was a pure race truck. Okay, so I'm more of a street car kind of guy. I mean, because you have to get to the reality in your life where you understand where you're at, and you'll never be the fastest. And I'm okay with not being the fastest. What's up? But so anyway, getting at. I came to the decision that I was going to sell it. I put it up for sale, and it just wouldn't sell. I mean, those of y'all live in the real world, the economy is not doing the greatest. It's not horrible, but it's not the greatest. So people don't want to come out $15,000, $20,000 in pocket. Generally, not for something that's just a pure toy, and that's kind of slow in that price range too. I mean, high fives for $20,000 is But anywho, so I wound up trading it away, and then after I traded it away, I sold the two vehicles I traded for. So I had a Escalade and what the hell was a Suburban I got for it. I traded those away, sold them. Well, I sold the Suburban, then I traded the Escalade away. Traded the Escalade away for a 2002 Camaro SS. I don't know that I ever been uploaded a video of the thing. I need to put the video together at some point, but it was nice. It was 5.3 swap, true SS car. Mark Bell housing on nitrous. It was a fun car. It wasn't fast, but it was a street car. It was a legitimate street car. The heat worked, radio worked in it, power windows worked in it. So it was a legitimate street car. It's just it's a fourth gen F body. And you know me, I'm not a big F body guy. There ain't nothing wrong with F bodies. I think they look good. I think they look best when somebody else owns them. That's what makes me happy. I can look at them, but I don't have to work on them. But I mean, it wasn't bad. I got five. Yeah, I need to give me another 5.7 Vortex. But anyway, so I put it up for sale, and no one wants to sell. No one wants to buy anything. Everybody wants to trade. So if you're up to trade, you can get all kinds of offers. And I had a boy offer me this car right here. I'll turn it around so you can see it. Offered this car straight out of Georgia. It did not quite look like this when I got it. It's well, the fender didn't match. The bumper didn't match. It had stock intake, stock manifolds on it. So we've done a lot to it. We put 373 gears in it, put long tubes on it. It's got a catless X pipe on it. It's got Corso mufflers on it. I'd crank it up, but it's so ungodly loud. It makes your ears hurt. Boss 302 intake. It's tuned by Palm Beach Dyno, LU47 injectors, JLT2 intake, and 100 shot of nitrous. So, I mean, it's not fast, but it's quick. But the thing is, the heat works, the air works, the radio works, the power seats work, everything works in it. And it's fun. It's on radials in the back, and it's got these little 18x5s in the front. So, I mean, it's a fun little car. I put the grills in it and everything. It was missing quite a few things, but we've got it. When we got it, it didn't have no brake lights in it and no parking lights. We got that fixed. Radio was messed up when we put a different radio in it. So it's a good little car. It's here for the short term, not the long term. So you have to understand this is not a long-term vehicle, and its time here is getting close to coming to the end because I'm about done doing everything I need to do to it to get it fixed, to get it sold, so I can cash it out and hopefully make some money. I'm hoping the used car market turns around before long, and we get a little better cash for it, because I don't want to give it away. One thing I want to do before I try to put it up, so I'm going to take them red brake calipers. I'm going to paint them any color besides red. I hate stock calipers painted red. That just irks the piss out of me. But it's not a bad little car. You can see it there. But we're going to get it gone before long. You can see it's got the SET tuner in there, so it's got all the stuff. But it's a good running driving car. Handles real nice. It does what I want to do for just as a toy. And that's all it is. But it won't be here too much longer. And I don't know what I'm going to get next, boys and girls. I don't know. If anything, if any of y'all have been around here long enough, you will understand I trade like crazy. The Probably one of the longest tenure truck was that Vortec truck. That's the OG Badger truck. I had that thing for quite a while, but I had a lot of other vehicles in the midst of it. You can see they come and go. And then we just got to the point where we got bored of the Badger, so we took it apart, sold it, and moved on to other things. Like I had the Fairmont for a long time, got bored of that one, so I actually took it apart and parted it out, and I traded the roller for the race truck, and that's how I got the race truck. And I put all the race parts in for the Fairmont into that, and that's how that came about being that. I had originally bought a OBS. Regular cab short bed, and I was going to build a street truck out of it. Then I fell in that race truck, and then that stupid shit gets in my head like, hey, I want to be fast, and I dump all my money in the race truck, and I'm still not fast. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Cut a hole in the fender and sell it. You damn straight. If I could afford that fender, I probably would, but we're not going to turbo that car. No. It's one thing you will learn about Coyotes is they can be quick, but they're expensive. Every single part for these things is expensive. Putting long tube headers on one of them is a mother effer. Yeah. Anybody ever asked you want to do that? The answer is probably no. You just don't want to do it. But the intake swap was super easy. I did that in 15 minutes. That was the easiest thing I did. But I don't know what else to say. You got any questions for me, boys and girls? Is that a Mopar over there? Oh, this right here. No, hold on a second here. Sorry. That's a 2002 Camaro SS. It's got a 6-liter in it that doesn't breathe anymore. I got to get that pulled out and waiting for the crate motor to show up from the customer. So just waiting for a crate motor. And he's only a year in looking for a crate motor. So, at some point he'll find one. I don't know what he's going to do. So, yeah. Then there is a Mopar. Knowles' Dodge is over here had a 318 in it that blew up, and it's got a 360 in it. He's got to finish put the top end on it or whatever he's doing with it. I don't know. It's good. I love my granddaughter to death. I love that girl to death. Dude, I can't afford to go fast. Those Nissan V8s are bad, though. They're badass. I'll be back in an LS before you know it, trust me. I just don't know what yet. I got to make my mind up of what I want. And it's hard. Sometimes, you just get up in the years and you just don't want to work on things. I know I'm not that old, but I am going to be 53 in about 20-some days. And you can feel it in your body sometimes. I do go on a good weight loss journey. I'm not as big as I used to be. I was down to 168 the other day. So, dropped a lot of weight. Feel a lot better, but you just get to the point where you don't feel as good as you used to. That's just age. But I get through it. Get out of bed, crack a little bit, and go work out, and you feel a lot better. I just want to let y'all know that I ain't dead. I'm still here. Just not a lot to upload. There's not a lot. Yeah, I've able to swap quite a few vehicles. Me and my son have been through quite a few swaps. I remember one day we did 3 in one day. That was wild. 3 engine swaps in one day. I couldn't even imagine doing that again. I've been several years ago when the Tahoe was here, the black Tahoe, and I don't remember what all we moved it around. The black Tahoe from a freaking regular cab long bed and something else. I don't know what all we did. I can't even remember. I remember 3 engines got flipped around, and I was like, whoa. I just, F-body, which F-body, smoked cowboy, the white one or the one I sold? The white one belongs to somebody else. I'm waiting for him to bring a crate motor to it. He's supposed to bring a 6.2 or something for it, and we're going to put it in there, and hopefully he puts it on Holly FI or something aftermarket, anything except for Aces, just not Aces, or Phi-Tech. Yeah, singles off, I sold it. Well, I didn't sell it. I traded it for the Mustang, and the reason why I traded it was that was a true SS car, but it wasn't worth anything because it had a 5.3 in it. So it only had a static value in around $6,000, $7,000, and I traded it for a $14,000, $15,000 car. So yeah, straight across. I couldn't complain about that. Oh, cool. Chester, South Carolina. You ain't that far from me. I'm northwest of Charlotte, but Chester, South Carolina's pretty close. Yeah, I probably do, but it's going to be rough for me to get one because the prices are going astronomical. So everything in my budget is clapped the hell out, and it's fine if you want to get one and make like a race vehicle out of it. But no, I want pure street. I want heat. I want air. I want the radio. I want all the normal street stuff. Overdrive transmission. I want to be real deal street. Now I know you can street driver pro mod. But you know, do you really want to get in that when it's 20-degree day and drive it to the store? Probably not. Mustang I can do that with. Best thing is I don't even know. Yeah, Shadyside is a beautiful. I love Shadyside. They're having test tune today. I really should have my ass there, but didn't feel like going. It's a beautiful day. It's almost 60 degrees. I really should have went. Oh well. I was trying to read the comments here. Make sure I ain't missed anything. Thoughts on why my 96 Chevy 2500 pickups gauge lights quit working years ago? Tried changing the bulbs, etc. Probably the headlight switch, sir. That's what I'd go to. They're known for being crap. You know, GM putting the worst quality shit they can in, but we love GM. Let's see here. I think that's about all we got. Anything else there? I think it's about all we got. I'm like, you got, I want power and creature crumbs. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just want it to be comfortable. I mean, you know, the sad thing is I could spend $10,000 in twin turbo this Coyote here and make 800 wheel and it'd be everything I ever wanted, but it'd still be a Coyote Mustang. And they are quite the unique sound, I'll tell you that now. I'm not going to start it up because nobody wants to hear that crap, but they are quite the unique sound. I mean, in the cab, it ain't that bad. Standing outside, I feel bad for everybody because this thing is on another tip of loud. It would drown out my old race truck, and not in a good way. Yeah, that sucks. Headlight switched twice. I mean, sounds quite involved. More quality GM wiring. I don't know, sir. Other than that, you see your bulbs. Make sure you don't have a burn spot in your circuit board. That's all I can tell you on the back of that, on the back of your instrument cluster. Really bad 11A, 11B. Thank you, sir. Oh, square body would be cool to have if I could afford one. That's decent. The only decent one I could be able to get would be a long bed, and I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, it's tough, you know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting next. I really don't have no clue. Love to have an F-150, but good Lord, them things are expensive. Everything about them things are expensive. You think a Mustang's expensive? Go try to make an 800 horsepower in an F-150. You'll hate life unless you got it like that. So I'm gonna get something LS powered. It'll probably be a truck with an LS in it. Regular cab, short bed, NBS, GMT 800. That's probably what it ended up being. I like GMTs. Somebody at my back door. All right, cool. Let's see here. All right, well, I guess I've been here for 15 minutes. I don't know what else to tell you. I just wanted to let everybody know I was alive. And like I said, everything's going good here. Granddaughter's doing good. Wife's doing okay. Everything's good for me. Just, you know, not a lot in the garage. Just nothing major, and that's why I don't upload, because, I mean, there's my general mantra when I put a video together, I want a beginning, end, and middle. I want it to have like a shape or a reason. And if I'm just out here doing a little something, it's not, I may not even finish the little project in one day. I may take 2 days for the project. Who wants to watch a 2-day video if I'm putting a catch can on a Coyote Mustang? I know I wouldn't. So I hadn't really been in the mood to make a video out of it, you know, because everything I've been doing is little to it, nothing major. The car doesn't need to be painted again. That's nothing I want to do. So I'll probably sell it with the paint, just needing paint. I'm not interested in painting the whole car. Oh, long beds are cool. Don't get me wrong. I think they look great when they're dropped. Yeah, all vehicles are ridiculous price right now. And the weird thing is, you go on marketplace, can't nobody sell nothing, but everybody wants a fortune for them. Needs an engine, $1,500. Like, dude, it's a $500 vehicle. It's worth scrap metal. What are you doing? Sit there and languish in marketplace for months and months and months on end, and they won't sell them. I don't know what they end up doing with the vehicles half the time. You know, you get on there, needs a fuel pump, the motor's blown, or transmission blown. I mean, you know, I'll buy one like that. That ain't a problem. But you know, you got to be realistic when I'm gonna pay you. It's gonna be in hundreds of dollars, not thousands of dollars. It has to be some kind of super rare, nice car for me to pay a bunch of money for one that don't run, and especially one that don't run well. I mean, running's one thing. Running well's a different thing. Especially get into old Vortec 350s, they don't run very well. We already know we're putting injectors in them and distributors in them, and that's a pain in the ass. And it gets expensive. The injectors are expensive. So then you're thinking, well, the other thing is carb swap it or put an aftermarket intake on it. Oh boy, here we go. Money, money, money. Yeah, it's KERobinsonI2@gmail.com. That's my email. That's the same one I've had forever. That's the one that's linked to the, well, it's not linked to this YouTube because, the whole YouTube fiasco in my old account. That was my original email from my original account, but whatever. We don't want to talk about that today. Must be some Chinese injectors now, which I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they make everything. And that's good because, like I said, when I did it, it was $800 for a set of 36-pound injectors in a Vortec 5.7. But that was quite a few years ago. Quite a few years ago. Oh, I mean, 1,000 ain't too bad for a decent car. This man says he's here for coyote things and stuff. Probably if I do make a video, it'll be when it goes to the track so we get a time on it and then we all can laugh at it. Well, I mean, I ain't got nothing against buying Chinese parts. Hell, I've ran Chinese turbos, Chinese fuel pressure regulators. I've ran all kinds of Chinese parts. I don't blame you, dude. I mean, a hot rod is expensive, and if you're of limited funds, it gives you an avenue to get in. You know what I mean? So I'm pro it in a lot of ways. I understand the whole manufacturing here thing and all that. I get all that stuff, but just as a straight me and you thing, I ain't got no problem with it. None. If it's available to buy, buy it. I mean, if there's an American-made part that's within 10, 15, 10 or so percent of the Chinese part, I might pay more to get the American part, but there ain't no American parts. Everything might have an American label. It's made in China. It's just the way it is right now, but maybe it'll change at some point. Who knows? Doubtful. It costs less money to make it over there and put it on a boat and bring it here than it does pay an American person to put it together. And you can see we'll pay the American person less. Well, it costs money to live here, so I don't know. Yeah, AC Delco. A lot of AC Delco is made in Mexico now. I mean, I understand it. Everything's made in Mexico or China or Thailand or Taiwan or anywhere. It's just the way it is. I mean, there's a few companies that make stuff here. I mean, if you can afford Motion is a good company to get stuff from. I have no problem with what they're trying to do, and I support it. So, I mean, if I can afford parts from them that are comparable, I'll get them at that time. But sometimes it's a Chinese one. But the good thing about Coyote, 98% of it's all American. So, Cook's long tubes on it, and it's got a JLT intake on it. So, I have no idea where the JLT is made. It could be made in China for all I know. I hadn't looked at it. I just know it's been a fortune for it. Is the SB 5.7 worth building in today's market? Well, Car Camp, what kind of 5.7 we want to build? We're going to do a twin turbo drag truck, or we're just going to go put around the neighborhood and make cool cam sounds? If we put around the neighborhood and make cool cam sounds, and you already have a 350 vehicle, 350 is a viable opportunity. You can make good power. I mean, that's what I get at. So I got nothing against the 350. It's just the potential of it. A stock 350, the rods are kind of weak. They're not going to stop you from making 600 horsepower, but they're going to cause a problem. The only heads that are worth of shit that came factory from a 350 in performance method, in my opinion, is a Vortec, and they're prone to crack. So you're automatically, generally, if you see a built 350 or a small block Chevy, shall we say, it's going to have aftermarket heads on it. There went $2,000. LS starts looking good at that point because they come with aluminum heads that are good. The 350s aren't known for the exhaust manifold snapping off. That's more of an LS thing. You should be okay. As long as it's not a rusty vehicle, you should be okay. Before I put short tubes, I put long tubes on it and fab and exhaust. Because everything the short tube would make, a long tube would make more. More torque, more horsepower, more everything. Just everything, and it'll sound better. It'll clean the exhaust sound up a lot better. But I mean, short tubes, there's nothing wrong with them because stock 350 manifold is kind of a restrictive one, where an LS manifold isn't as restrictive. So going from 350 manifold to short tube headers, there's a gain. Well, unlike going from a LS manifold to a short tube header, you're just wasting your time. And as a work truck, yeah, but short tubes on, like I said, on 350, you'll make a little more power. Uh, Probably the best thing you could do is up your exhaust pipe size. And if, I think you said you had a 2500. If you did, you already got like a 3-inch exhaust on it from the factory, so that's good. Just ditch the converters, whoopsies, and free up the exhaust. Easier to push out, the more power to make. But is it a 5.7 Vortec? I'd probably if it's a 5.7 Vortec, before you do the throttle body, put the intake spacer on it. That'd make more power than the throttle body would. To be honest with you, the little aluminum spacer. And I've seen people make them out of wood. Just gives you more plenum volume and more because the throttle body really isn't the limiting factor in that motor. It's the lack of plenum space because the injectors are occupying it right there. Which it was wild that GM did that because at the same time they had LT1 and that intake flows pretty good. But I don't know why GM does what they do sometimes. I don't think GM knows why they do what they do. I mean, like I said, every argument you can give me for a 350, unless you're aftermarket block, aftermarket rods, aftermarket pistons, aftermarket heads, I can tell you an LS will do better. Until you get all of those parts, then we can talk about head clamping forces, and then the SBC would kind of take over at that point. But I don't know, 1,500 horsepower for a 4-bolt LS head to let it go. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, my truck made 1,300 horsepower. The Fairmont made probably 1,100, 1,200 at the back tires. And I did that with a 5.3 of all things in the car. The truck had a 6.2 in it, but like I said, the Fairmont with an iron block 5.3 and a pair of stock 243 heads and a turbo on it, it could make 1,100 back tire without even trying. It just would do it. It'd go do it every day. It'd go out there run 570s in the eighth, just clock off like it ain't nothing. It could run faster. I kept breaking parts, because I couldn't afford to buy the good stuff. So, but yeah, anyway, like I said, you can do what you can do in the LS is astronomical. The price per horsepower in an LS. There's motors that can make more. The Nissan block, like y'all said earlier, that can make way more power, but it is an LS. It's just cheap. I mean, Tahoes have them out there. You go get your greasy Tahoe engine, and you're golden. Oh yeah, no. You're talking about low end torque. Yeah, 5.7 definitely has more grunt because it's got a mechanical leverage. So yeah, well actually it doesn't have. It only has a 3.48 stroke compared to a 3.662. So the leverage is actually in a 5.3's favor, but they tend to make more torque down low than a 5.3 does. I mean, then you take a 5.7, you put a 4-inch crank in it. It's a 383 at that point, and or 377 depending on how you get there, how much more you put on the thing, and make a lot of torque. A lot of torque. Chase had a 383 that we got in an extended cab a long time ago, and that thing was awesome. I mean, it wouldn't go much past 5,500 RPM or 6,000 if we really pushed it hard, but it felt good everywhere. And we took it out the full size extended cab truck and put it in an S10. It was even better. It was just fun. It was fun everywhere. Oh, I want an LT engine. I do want a LT 5.3 something swap, but thought about getting a first gen S10 and doing one of them. What's up, four wheeling? Yeah, like I said, there ain't nothing wrong with aluminum headed. Even if you get a lower end Chinese aluminum heads on it and a nice intake on it, can't go wrong with it. I'm a very liberal person when it comes to engines. I like a lot of them. I like all kinds of engines. I'm not pigeonholed into one hole. I mean, obviously I did a lot with LSs because the cost and it fit what I could get into. I mean, if I wanted to make 500-600 horsepower cheap and easy, it'd take a log manifold off eBay and a Chinese turbo and a Chinese camshaft, and you're in. You sub $1,000 plus you unlock a PCM, and if you have HB tuners, you're in there for $100, and you're on your way. So got some cut piston in, okay. I'm not sure what here. 307. I mean, I ain't got nothing against 307. I don't have a lot of experience with them. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you to bore with 307, so I just never messed with them. Never have. I probably nothing wrong with them. The problem with 307 is when the 350 exists. You get that problem. You can buy a 307, you can buy a 350. Let's buy a 350. I know why nobody does them, but if that's what you have, build the thing. Do it. I fully support it. All right, well, any other questions for me, boys and girls? I can't think of anything I need to say. I just wanted to get on here and let everybody know I'm alive. I'm well. I'm going to go wash my 2010, my 2011 Silverado. I have a blue one. It's nothing fancy. So I still have one LS truck in the family right now. Chase has an LS truck too, but nothing's fast in the LS department right now. All right, I'll catch y'all later. I appreciate you tuning in, and we will roll out of here. So goodbye. If I can figure out how to close it. I don't know how to close it. I don't know how. Oh, I see how. There's an X there. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.